Thiccasaurs podcast.
You guys ready?
Ready?
Yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3. We're gonna talk about shit. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the Thiccasaurs podcast. Wow. I can't talk. Let's start that over again. Hello. Welcome to the Thiccasaurs podcast.
Ow.
And our lovely ladies are here.
I forgot to change this number.
Oh.
It's okay. Keep going.
Anyway, us lovely ladies are here, and as you can see, our Mama Source is still on hiatus, but fret not. Hopefully she will make a return, and then you can ask all your questions that you've been waiting to hear. But today, we just have us three, which is
Oh, Melissa. Molly.
and Anna. I just thought, it'd be fun to just chill and try to see what we can find on Reddit to just read about. Because sometimes I feel like life is too short, so you kind of want to just talk about stuff and just laugh, right?
Yeah, instead of serious topics all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I found this one, and it's interesting. So it's Am I the Asshole? So it's Am I the Asshole for shitting on my girlfriend's family floor?
I think I've heard of this one.
It sounds familiar. Okay, you guys ready?
Ready.
Okay. Throw away for obvious reasons. The title sounds pretty ridiculous, but as I will explain, it can happen. Essentially, I, 32 male, went to my girlfriend's 27 female house for a date. Wait, you're 32? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was like, how?
I hadn't seen her for a while, as I was walking across the country on a project, so naturally I was quite excited to see her. I am very friendly with her family and was delighted to see that her father, a chef, had cooked a delicious-looking meal, and I was getting reacquainted with them. As I said, I hadn't seen my girlfriend in 2 months. It was a wonderful occasion, and we were talking. I will admit I had a few drinks, and the atmosphere was very good, and there was great music and great vibes all around. I was eating from this delicious, freshly cooked banquet, and her cousins started to arrive. I was delighted to meet them, and as I said, I was very good friends with the extended family, and we really started hitting it off. I had a few more drinks, and I will admit I was starting to feel a little bit nauseous and tired. And though I had just come off of an 8-hour flight, so I chalked it down to that, I will note at this point that I suffer from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and I take medication for it. I feel the need to go to the bathroom to relieve, so I go. I sit down on the toilet, opened my phone, and started browsing the internet, and I released the best part of a very large excrement. Then suddenly, I lose my positioning, and I slip to the side, but I regain my posture. I wipe my private area, thinking nothing more of it. As I mentioned, I am quite dizzy. I was my hands and my head back of the party. Wow, that didn't make sense. So basically, he wiped himself, he was dizzy, and he got out. Did you wash your hands? Sorry. All right. We are talking, chilling, and there's all around great vibes when my girlfriend's cousin, let's call him Chuck, comes out to the kitchen and whispers something to my girlfriend's uncle. He walks out, and I hear a loud, "What the fuck?" We all sort of walk out, and I look in the door, and I see a disgusting drizzle of crap all around the door side of the toilet, and it looks disgusting. My girlfriend's father walks out and also says, "What the fuck?" And I'm very nervous. I say to him, "I think I saw Tucker," one of my girlfriend's other cousins, looking a bit sick. And then, just my luck, Tucker, which is a fake name, comes out and says, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" At this point, I was shitting bricks, thankfully not literally. And I am looking for any way out of this situation. There is like 7 to 8 people at the party, but most of them have arrived quite recently, and I'm the only one who was known to have gone to the bathroom. My girlfriend's mother starts crying, and I feel awful. Basically, the whole atmosphere is ruined. My girlfriend's dad goes and cleans it up, and with the aid of her brother, and I walk back to the kitchen, and there is a very edgy vibe for the rest of the evening. I feel like my girlfriend might suspect something. Oh, the too long didn't read is shitted on my girlfriend's floor and was too embarrassed to own up to it. Am I the asshole? I wouldn't say you're the asshole because you didn't go clean it up. You let your girlfriend's dad go clean up your shit. Don't use IBS as an excuse. I'm just saying that because when I'm drunk or whatever, I usually try to clean up as best as I can. So, but that's just me.
Okay.
So, is he the asshole?
I would say he would be the asshole of not owning up to his mistake.
For not owning up to it?
Yeah.
I just think he's the asshole because he didn't go help clean it up.
And that too,
because,
yeah.
like, if nobody claimed it, cool, but go help clean it up because you know that came out of you. What do you think, Liz?
I'm just kind of like, I get it. You have IBS. You were drunk. You were dizzy. You didn't know you pooped onto the floor until somebody said it because you really didn't know. Understand. I think when you turn into an asshole is when you threw somebody else under the bus.
Yeah.
When you could have just been like, oh, dang, I don't know what happened.
But it's okay. Let's hurry up and clean it up.
Yeah, but let's not make a big deal out of it and let's just clean it up. That's all you could have just said.
This person just freaked out and be like, Tucker did it.
Yeah.
Tucker's like, the hell?
I know.
You could have played
He
dumb,
did say that.
dude.
He said,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
So you think that was
You could have
me?
played dumb.
Yeah, the
And
comments.
like helped cleaned it up. Yeah.
Yeah, he could
I'm
have.
pretty sure he sobered up quick after
Yeah.
that came out.
So the comments go, you're the asshole. So you failed to clean up after yourself and try to blame it on someone else? Yeah, dude, you're the asshole. And then somebody goes, I had to go back and read how old he was again. Like 32 and won't admit he had an accident and go clean? The fuck? You're the asshole and gross. Right. Blaming a fart on a dog is one thing. Projectile shitting and blaming it on another human is something entirely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one point I was like, well, every 5-year-old would do that. Wait, OP can't be 5. He said he had alcohol. And well, he's on Reddit. Yeah, he was dizzy. Yeah, so this one, oh, someone says here, you're the asshole. I have IBS and you better damn well believe that I check to make sure that I don't leave the toilet looking like a murder scene when I am the guest in someone's home. To think you slipped while firing off explosive diarrhea and didn't think it may be a good idea to check for collateral damage is just beyond me. Either you are too lazy and inconsiderate to do it, so you to do so, or you drink so much that you were oblivious to it. Either one of those scenarios makes you the asshole. You could have just owned up to it because for real, everyone knows it was you. And apologized, explained your IBS, laughed about it, cleaned it, and moved on. But you chose to pin it on someone else and look even more stupid, which is hard to do after shitting on a floor. You would rather force your potential future father-in-law to clean your poop off the floor than own up to it and do it yourself. Wow. Someone else said, I also have IBS and this right here. From what you described, yes, OP, you should have checked for mess. I'm female and I always check if there's any chance of blood having got anywhere it shouldn't. As I once had a small amount leak down the front where I hadn't checked and I felt terrible. I had looked in the toilet. I understand being embarrassed, and blaming someone else and letting someone else clean up was poor. So you're the asshole for that. Your responses to comments here have been very childish. If you're going to post to am I the asshole, you have to be ready to accept judgment. Hopefully you learn from this and check in the future. It takes 10 seconds before you leave and you can clean it up if you miss anything. Well, the guy did not respond back to this. Everybody's just
I'm pretty sure
roasting
he
the
only
shit out of it.
respond to a few. Usually they only show you like the most
Well,
popular
somebody
ones.
said, is this a joke? Deaf too baity to be real. I don't know.
I don't know, but no, I agree. Like I said, every time I use the bathroom, I'm always like, sometimes you have to flush twice, or, make sure that you don't leave anything behind or something. But,
that makes me think, like, was he just squatting? Like, he didn't, like, make sure that he's actually secure on the toilet?
No, I feel like I have undiagnosed IBS and, sorry, TMI. it can
Uh-huh.
shoot up. You can sit flat on there, but like if
But they said it was in a corner behind the door. That's what I meant. Like, did he not like realize that he wasn't sitting on something secure, like an actual toilet?
well, he said that it was on the toilet seat or no, the door.
I thought it was
I-
like between the
I
door.
think it was between the door, like the toilet side of the door. That's what they said. That's why I'm like, the toilet and the door is
Oh.
pretty, well, not pretty far, but there's still some space. So
I
I don't
don't-
understand how it would get from one side of the room
Well,
to the
he
other
did
side
say
of the
he
room.
slipped, so I'm guessing when he slipped, it projectiled. Remember, he said he slipped. He said
I know, but he had.
I'm trying to imagine him sleeping.
I'm trying
That's
to
why I'm
imagine-
just like,
Okay, I'm dizzy.
is it?
I'm
I'm
sorry.
dizzy.
The question
and then,
was,
whoop.
the question was he already doing his business before he slipped, or was like,
Yes, he was. Remember, he said he was sitting there and he was doing his business, and then all of a sudden he slipped.
I'm
And
guessing
thought,
he probably leaned over, like, you know when you're buzzed and you're kind
that's
of
what I'm
like,
saying. That
yeah.
I think he was probably like this, and then whoop, and then like the butt cheek was just high enough to where, you know.
But it, from what sounds, I don't know how the layout of.
Yeah, I don't know how the layout of the bathroom is. So.
I'm gonna say that the door is probably on one of his sides.
Yeah, I
And
think
if
so
he
too.
slipped, that's how it would have gone out to the door.
Projectile.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
But here's the thing is though, okay, I'm not trying to make it like a female versus male thing, but I feel like most of the times, most girls, they kind of check if it's dirty, like after they use
Yes.
the bathroom.
Yes.
Most, not all. I know some
Yes,
girls are
not
gross.
all. Yes.
And so guys, unfortunately, most of them don't clean up after themselves. So I'm wondering
Yeah.
if that's what
It's
it
kind of
is.
like some of us. I think some girls, yeah, where they like wipe, they check, you know, and then they just throw the toilet. Some people don't do that.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go to the next one and see. Dang, are they already marked like that?
Marked as
I don't
what?
know how
Oh, I'm just looking at it.
the
Ew.
the live post.
Why is that one on here? Am I the asshole for sleeping with my sister's husband?
Because sometimes they crazy.
Probably. Am I the asshole for trying to steal her man? This feels fake.
You would also look at the dates too, because sometimes those are like recent, or some of them are old.
Or there's this one I was kind of trying to see if they're the asshole or not. It says, am I the asshole for calling my girlfriend gross? Let's look at this one. Because I don't understand this one. And it's short. Okay, you guys ready? All right. Am I the asshole for calling my girlfriend gross? Hello, Reddit. I am 23, male, and I have been with my girlfriend, Layla, 22, female, for 6 months. Everything has been really great so far, but 2 days ago, I stayed for a few days with Layla in her apartment, which she shares with 2 roommates, all women, and also I have to note that Layla has long hair almost down to her butt, but not quite. We both had 3 days off, and her roommates went to go stay with their family for a week. I think they're sisters. Anyway, they gave us the okay for me to stay at their place for 3 days. Well, the second morning, Layla was called into work for just a couple of hours to help with something that her coworkers weren't trained for yet. Anyway, she went and then came back and then took a shower. When she got out, I noticed that her hair was still dry and she didn't wash it. Forget something? I asked. She looked confused, so I told her that she didn't wash her hair. Layla just laughed and she explained to me that she just washed her hair yesterday. Me. So you weren't going to wash it today? Her. No. You aren't supposed to wash your hair every day. Me. Says who? I wash my hair every day. Her. Yeah, but you have very short hair. It's a known fact that washing your hair every day is not good for it. At this point, I was very skeptical, as this sounds made up and just an excuse to be lazy. You would think if you have longer hair, that's more of a reason to wash it more often. So I asked her how often she washes her hair, and she said twice a week. At which point I told her that she was gross, and she got very upset and locked herself in her room. She didn't come out for a long time, so I just left and I went home. She hadn't answered my calls or spoken to me since. I asked my friends, and they seemed split. My sister and her 2 friends told me that I was the asshole, but 2 of my other friends said that I'm in the right, and it sounds weird that she doesn't wash her hair daily, so am I the asshole?
We're done. Yes. sir. You are the
The
asshole.
comments goes, with the addition of not knowing women have 3 holes. Wait, hold on. That's different. Oh, someone said, you're the asshole and probably think women can't pee with a tampon in. Then somebody responded to that saying, with the addition of not knowing women have 3 holes. Seriously though, my hair almost past my bum and is almost past my bum, and I wash it maybe every 4 to 5 days. It keeps the natural oils and it doesn't look greasy, styles better, and so on. Thanks for the likes, but why is everyone telling me their hair length and wash cycle, please? Mine's just they're all talking about their.
Oh.
Okay, the number of blind spots we men have before cohabiting with a woman who is not our mother is absolutely staggering. I remember in my early 20s complaining to one of my female roommates that our other female roommate had left a tampon in the. Why is this talking about tampons?
Because it's probably another fact that men don't really know often.
Okay, this one's kind of related. Unfortunately, a lot of dudes know next to nothing about hair care. I think I'm the only guy in the group of my friends that doesn't wash their hair every time they shower and actually conditions their hair. I also unquestionably have the best hair pre-chemo and don't have dandruff because I'm not stripping my hair and scalp of oils and nutrients on a daily basis without replenishing them. $10 is the 2 friends who agreed the by now ex girlfriend are either women or men who actually live with the woman. Other than that, their mother at home at some point. And the ones that agree with OP are clueless guys. Okay, that one's so dumb. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're the asshole, dude. Again. We done. Next. At least that's me. As a girlfriend, we're done.
Okay, here's another one. These are nice and short. Basically, my boyfriend got into. Okay, so am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend to suffer? It seems like something you would like, Liz.
What?
Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend to suffer? Basically, my boyfriend got into an auto accident a few months ago, broke his leg. I was there in shock trauma, and I helped him recover in the hospital. He's been sent home and put on PT. He's been refusing PT and forgetting his follow-up appointments because he wants to get used to the pain and not rely on medicine. I've worked in healthcare for over 10 years. The doctors didn't prescribe all this medication for no reason. I get he doesn't want to take the oxy in fear of getting addicted. However, the doctor also prescribed gabapentin and lidocaine patches, an icy hot patch basically. He refuses to take any of that despite me telling him it would help alleviate some of the pain. He stands strong and bearing through the pain, but constantly complains about the aches and pains. It gets to a point where if you refuse the doctor's advice and any advice I give you, I will get annoyed at the consistent complaining. After a while of complaining and purposely missing his follow-up appointments, I had enough and I told him to either shut the fuck up and suffer in silence or take the medication. Now it turned into a big argument. Am I the asshole for telling him to stop complaining to me about his pains if he was going to do nothing about it? Also, he's refusing to do PT. I'm not sure how to help him with at-home exercises for his leg recovery. Edit. I did mention in the comments he did cause the accident due to drunk driving. He was the only one injured, and him refusing the treatment can be a mental way of him atoning for his sins. What the hell? This is a crazy ass story.
He has too much pride to lean into all this stuff. I'm gonna heal naturally, is what I hear.
So the comments are, not the asshole. He's being incredibly frustrating. Has he had personal experience with addiction and maybe that's why he's scared? Either way, he should be doing his PT. You're not the asshole either way. You're allowed to set boundaries. And then the OP responded and said, no, he hasn't. He refuses to take medication for a cold/flu. He's just hard-headed as hell when it comes to taking medicine. And then somebody responded to OP saying, your boyfriend is an idiot and suffering needlessly. His concerns are valid regarding addiction, but broken bones are literally the best indication for opiate therapy and have much less addiction rates when properly weaned as he heals. By ignoring PT and his other meds, he's actually increasing his risk of turning his acute pain into chronic pain. Oh, this person is a chronic pain doctor, apparently.
You know, it just sounds like he's just against medicine, like modern medicine.
No, it just sounds like he's fucking lazy.
That too. Like, hey, sounds like it's free through insurance. Why don't you just?
Because
Take it
he
for
doesn't even
free.
take medicine for a cold or flu.
Yeah, because some people are like that. They just don't believe that medicine works, or they just think their bodies will heal naturally. But I was like, yeah, but certain things you kind of do need medicine to help maintain it. But if you're just gonna complain about it like that, then sorry.
Oh, somebody actually they asked a good question. They said, "Do you even like him anymore? Do you want to live the rest of your life like this with him? If you have kids, will he refuse to let you give your kids medicine? Does he shame you for taking medication? Would he shame you for taking some if you gave birth?" And then OP said, to answer this question, we do have 2 kids together, boys 4 and 7. When they are sick, he immediately gives them medicine, so that's not an issue. And he does believe in vaccines, thank God. It's just him wanting to play big and strong. And then they said, I noticed you didn't answer the question about loving him still. And if you want to live the rest of your life like this. And then OP said, I'm not sure. I love him. I really do. But when we get into arguments about things, he makes me feel like I'm crazy or my feelings aren't valid. In this instance, I feel like I was wrong for blowing up on him and yelling at him. However, my feelings of being annoyed were valid. I love him even after arguing with him. I can spend the rest of my life with him. I just have to condition myself to ignore his bullshit and not let it get the best of me. You shouldn't have to. And then they responded to her. You shouldn't have to condition yourself to love every part of him. That's not real love. Do you want your kids to grow up with him as an example of what to do / how to act? Because he is showing them right now what is acceptable and what's not. I'm just going to say there has to be a reason you didn't marry him before having kids with him, even after 7 years.
Wait, boyfriend, right? Oh, okay.
And then OP responded, it could be some underlying issue I haven't realized yet. On his behalf, he won't complain about his injuries in front of the kids, most likely to put on a brave face. Daddy is strong kind of mentality.
Well, if you're so fucking strong, then eat the fucking medicine and go to fucking PT.
No, because he wants to feel the pain.
Then feel the pain silently.
Like that, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Then shut the fuck up then. Damn.
Dang.
I'm sorry. Nope. I agree with her. I'm tired.
I'll just go by him.
Yeah.
By him, just go. Like children. Pop them pills in. Shut up. Deal with it.
Yeah, no. Just fucking do it, dude. Otherwise, like, what makes it acceptable for you to do it, to suck it up in front of your kids, but then when it comes to me, you're sitting there being like, oh my God, it hurts. Oh my God, but I don't want to take medicine. I'm not your fucking mom.
Yeah, do you know that some guys do that though? Like they don't know that what they're wanting in the relationship is a mom.
Yeah.
Like they can't tell the difference.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not your
Or-
fucking mom, dude.
Yeah.
Don't try to be all strong in front of your kids and then come to me and then whine about it.
Yeah.
When you literally could just take the fucking medicine.
They give you
Go to
everything you
PT.
need.
Yeah.
Okay. I found a really good one. It might trigger this. Okay, you guys
Oh.
ready?
Okay.
All right. So this is am I the asshole form? Am I the asshole for revoking my daughter's college fund? I know it sounds bad, but please hear me out.
Wait. He revoked her college fund?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a mom or a dad yet.
I want to say the dad because it says when my wife and I divorced.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
When my wife and I divorced, my daughter, 14 female, took my wife's side, which I was pretty upset and surprised about. She was 12 when we separated, and we were very close, unlike her and her mother. I didn't hold in against her because she's a kid and didn't know any better, and I make the effort to see her. I love spending time with my daughter. I met my current wife 4 years ago. She was pre-law and was planning on taking loans to pay for law school. However, about 2 years later, we were engaged, and I didn't want her to take on any loans, so I offered to pay for her law school. She was apprehensive, but I wanted a good start to our married life and not want any loans hanging over our heads, so she agreed. I used my daughter's college fund to pay for my wife's school and planned on replenishing it so that my daughter would have a fund when it was her turn to go to college. I put a little money
Oh, wait,
each
say that
month.
again?
I used my daughter's college fund to pay for my wife's school
Uh-huh.
and planned on replenishing it so that my daughter would have a fund when it was her turn to go to college. I put a little money each month. I think he's trying to say he deposits a little.
Yeah.
I honestly thought this was okay, but when I had asked her about college at the time of doing this, she said that she wanted to go to makeup school and be a makeup artist, and that college sucks. That's what he's putting in quotations.
Uh-huh.
Well, apparently her mindset changed because on Sunday we met up and she was talking about AP classes. I was surprised because I didn't think she was interested in school. I asked her if she was joking, but she said that she's aiming for CS at some private college and that her dream, I think it's computer science, aiming for computer science at some top private college, and that her dream is to start a startup business. She then asked me if she had a college fund and she wanted to know if she could add on an EC or get a job. I don't know what that is. I told her the truth about her college fund and that right now that's not enough money for even a year at a private college. She then started crying and making a scene and told me that she couldn't believe that I chose my wife over her mom and now I'm choosing her again over my daughter, which is not true. Wait. I chose my wife over her mom, and now I'm
Choosing her again.
I wonder what's going on. Okay, anyway. Choosing my wife over her mom, and now I'm choosing her again over my daughter, which is not true since my daughter is getting a fund, but not private school tuition. She then called my wife a bunch of awful names that I won't say here. I told her that she probably is not going to get into a private school because she wasn't even serious about school 2 years ago. She called me a shit dad and ran away until her mom got here. Her mom later called me angrily about what I said to her and said that my daughter is on track to win some prestigious science fair award and was on her way out of line, and I was way out of line with what I said, and that I obviously don't know her. I was honestly so done with the bullshit she pulled and her attitude toward my wife, which has never been good, and said that I'm probably going to revoke my daughter's college fund since she probably doesn't deserve it with what she pulled today. My daughter is now refusing to see me and calling me by my first name. I will stand by my decision. Am I the asshole? I love it when the daughters call them by their first name because it's kind of like, get your shit together. There's some edits here.
Well, I don't know if the edits are updates.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes those can be updates.
So, yeah. What do you guys think? So about that.
I feel like there's a lot missing in the context. Like, was the fund agreed between the two parents at the time? Or is it just him personally that did the fund?
I think it was him personally. Okay. First of all, he outed himself. I don't know if you noticed.
Yes.
You
when I
heard.
read that, I was like,
Yeah, he outed himself. He said at the beginning that he was mad at his daughter because she chose the mom over him.
mm-hmm.
So it made it seem like, at least when I was listening, it made it seem like
He was trying to paint himself as the
good guy.
good guy, or the guy.
And then
that
he
got,
outed himself, saying that the daughter got mad because I again chose my wife over her mom, and I again chose my wife over my daughter. So meaning that
He's
in the
hot seat.
beginning, he's the bad guy because he probably cheated and chose
Exactly.
the wife over
Exactly.
her mom. So he wasn't telling the whole fucking story.
Yep, which is known to
Yeah.
most Redditors.
Second of all, that should have been your daughter's fucking money. You put it away for your daughter, So you should not have used that money for your wife. Your wife's a fucking adult. You both could. What's the difference between taking out the money from your daughter's account and then trying to fund it back in versus funding the
Help her fund for the
Pay for the
loan.
school,
Yeah.
pay for the
Pay for
class
school
while
loan.
she's going.
Loans.
yes.
Yeah.
And what's
have
the difference?
Have her fund not touched. Untouched.
Exactly. What's the difference? That money is gonna go there anyway. Does that make sense? The way of the flow of money is coming from the same area.
You just made it a little just difficult for you. You just made it dumb.
He is
yeah.
a shit dad. though.
So
He's a shit dad because he used that money.
Plus,
Yes.
it doesn't even sound like he communicates that much enough with the daughter to understand that everything shifted within the 2 years. That now she's wanting to go to college.
Yeah, because he talked to her when she was 12, a child. And she's still a child now. She just turned 14.
yeah.
So a lot can happen within those formative years. So you're telling me that when you were 12, Mr. Cheater, that you wanted to be, you're still what you were wanting at 12, 14? No.
So yes, sir, you are the asshole. You should have put a foot down and been like, "Look, this is my daughter's," or with foot down with yourself, not with the wife. Because I'm pretty sure she's
pretty sure
innocent so far.
Yeah.
At least from not knowing where the money is coming
Yes.
from, I think. Because she was
You-
apprehensive, remember?
Yes, you should have put your foot down on yourself and been like, "Look, no, this is my daughter's money. That's not fair towards her. So I'm gonna fund my wife's loans myself."
Unless he lied to her and said,
Yes.
like, this is just extra money I have. I just have extra money.
Yeah, no, you're an asshole, dude.
Well, let's read the edits.
you're a
'cause
dumbass.
There's a lot of this is interesting. It's long. Edit. I'm done with the rude comments about my wife. It's am I the asshole? Not is my wife the asshole? Not that you guys deserve any additional information, but my wife is really great. I'll accept an asshole judgment for me cheating, even though it's really not what I'm asking in this post. But everyone seems to be hell bent on it. I was a super asshole for cheating. Happy? My
Yeah.
wife wasn't. When we
Very.
met, I was 32 and she was 20. We had a casual relationship, and I didn't mean to start it, but she was so amazing and such a vibrant personality, and I was really depressed at the time, but she helped uplift me. Wow, so why do all these old guys always want to go with somebody young? Okay, let me keep reading this.
Keep going.
This is justice. Let's see here. I didn't tell her I was
Ella's face.
because this line.
Yeah.
I didn't tell her I was married, only that I had a daughter. And I know that's bad, but I didn't feel married to my ex-wife at the time. I was so unhappy, and she was too. My wife and I had an amazing relationship, and as she was going to be graduating soon, she wanted to get serious. I told her the truth, and my wife was upset. But she decided to forgive me. You're dumb. Leave him. Anyway.
Wait, his wife now, or is he?
Yes.
Well, okay, wait. Go back. Sorry, go back.
Okay, let's go back. So you said, my wife and I had an amazing relationship, and as she was going to be graduating college soon, she wanted to get serious.
Uh-huh.
I told her the truth, and my wife was upset. So the current wife, the cheater,
Uh-huh.
a therapist partner. But she decided to forgive me, and that's why I said, girl, don't forgive
okay.
him. I proposed and introduced her to my daughter, and she hoped we would be a family. She was nothing but kind to my daughter, but my daughter was hostile from the minute she met her. Never gave her a
wonder
chance.
why.
My daughter and my mom would play cruel pranks on her, like organizing a date and never showing up, ruining her wedding dress, spreading rumors about her to all my relatives, making fun to her face. My wife took the high road and forgive all that, only speaking highly of my daughter. Even to her friends, she'll brag about how pretty and amazing my daughter is and how she's sure my daughter will accept her when she's a bit older. So yes, my wife is a saint and an amazing person, so stop shitting on Reddit. You got your backstory. Edit. this
He's editing because you only can make one update on Reddit, so he's just editing.
So a lot of shit went down after I posted this, or because I posted this actually. My wife called my daughter's mother, because she felt bad about the situation and is sad about my relationship with my daughter. She insisted on the remaining money in the account, about $45,000, to my daughter in a separate fund controlled by her mother. Her mother didn't take that well and hung up on my wife after telling her that she didn't need her charity. My wife now won't talk to me because she feels that I put her in a bad position and should have told her about the money. Told her that the money was my daughter's because she figured that it was just extra money I had left over and not my daughter's fund. She's saying that I caused unnecessary drama and could have handled the situation way better than she's trying her best to fix what I broke, and she's exhausted. She's currently packing to go away with her parents for the time being, so that's that. Let me read this last part. My ex-wife is furious at me because my wife called her and she didn't want to hear my wife's bitch voice. She blew up at me for taking everything so far and is blaming me for ruining everyone's happiness. She says that I can't fix anything anymore and not to even worry about my daughter's fund because she didn't raise her daughter, and to get on all four knees and beg, and that she has everything figured out for her daughter. She thanked me for putting everything in perspective and that I'm no longer permitted to visit or contact my daughter. She has full custody. I'm now sitting here typing all this out and figuring out ways to contest custody. So that's what's happening in my life right now. I just don't get how everything's got all messed up when my heart is in the right place. I don't feel wrong.
Boo-hoo.
Didn't I guess it? That the wife didn't know that was the daughter's education fund.
Boo-hoo.
Because he
Shut
probably
the
has a
fuck
mentality
up.
where it's like, oh, she doesn't need to know this.
Because he's trying to be big and strong and like take care of her.
Women do better.
For real. So
Honestly, if he offered that money,
No.
I would be like, where's his money?
that's a
coming
lot
from?
of money.
First of all, why would you even get with the dude who's already fucking married and has a kid?
She's 20. She's a child.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
like,
even if he like mentioned that she had a daughter, I'd be like,
what?
I'd be like, hold on, how old is this child, and where is the mother in this situation?
Yeah, he didn't. What he said that he didn't tell her until he proposed to her.
He only
No, he
mentioned.
didn't tell her until she said that she wants to take their relationship seriously because she's graduating.
Yeah, because
college
even
soon.
before that, I think he only mentioned that he had a daughter. He never mentioned that he was still married.
At that point, girl,
Girl,
the
nah.
wife, you should have been. That's a red flag because he lied about.
That's what I said. Girls do better.
Yeah.
Women do better. No,
The comments are funny though.
this bougie, not bougie. What's the word I'm looking for? Damn. I don't even know. Like that's how like. Okay, next. Sorry, keep going. Keep going.
I'm just reading the comments because they're pretty good. So your wife was your affair partner whom you spent your daughter's college fund on. Yes, you're the asshole in every single way. And then somebody replied to that one and said, I noticed that too. If daughter is 17 and OP met his current wife 4 years ago, then he met current wife when daughter was 13. OP got divorced when daughter was 14. So that means current wife was in the picture before the divorce.
Yes.
Even worse, daughter is now 14. OP's been with an affair partner for 40 years. They said the new wife is closer to the daughter's age than
Yes.
his age.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like y'all both deserve each other. Okay, do better. That's crazy work, dude. Because he said, well, we didn't feel married. Bitch, what do you think married means? You married. You can't just feel, oh, I don't feel married today, Anna.
Yeah, I'm reading this. I'm really hoping he fudged some of the age and times, or I'm reading something wrong. He separated from his ex-wife when daughter was 12, and daughter is now 14. So they separated 2 years ago. He met current wife 4 years ago, and 2 years later they were engaged. If all of that was accurate, he cheated for 2 years before separating from his ex and immediately getting engaged to the affair partner. Obviously, the daughter took the mom's side.
Yeah. Ew. Just ew. He's just gross, girls. Leave him. Just leave him. Leave him alone.
The whole post is about how his feelings take precedent over literally everything else, and he doesn't understand why people are angry at him when he acts on those feelings and lies and hurts everyone around him. Wow. I just like how he said that he's surprised that his daughter took his mom's side. Molly,
That's-
you rolled your eyes.
That's why when you first read that sentence, I was like,
Obviously, that
That's-
means you're in the wrong.
yeah, I was like, that's really weird that you said it like that. That's suspicious. What did Cardi say? That's suspicious.
That's weird.
That's weird what she
I
said.
think so.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Okay, let's see if I can just do this last one here, because I think that we'll probably talk about this one. I liked finding the open relationship kind of stories, because they
have
always
a subreddit for, I think, open relationship stuff.
they do. I just found one randomly,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
You
it's the
probably
"Am
just
I
have
the
to look
asshole?"
yeah, you would just have to look for certain.
Because it's always it just always is the guy that opens it, and then they regret it later because they don't realize their market value is low.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the next one I found is "Am I the asshole?" So, am I the asshole? Or boyfriend mad at me because he opened up relationship and got no dates. Am I the asshole for how I responded? Me and my boyfriend, both 37, have been dating for just over 3 years. Prior to this, I was single for 8 years. Overall, it's been a healthy relationship. We are both independent with our jobs, living situations, etc. I do love spending time with him. I don't have really any complaints. However, something that startled me was back about 6 months ago, him saying that he wanted to open the relationship up, meaning going on dates and sleeping with other women. I've never been in a dynamic like this, so I naturally had a lot of questions. He told me that I could also go on dates and sleep with other men. I honestly was a little skeptical at first, but after doing some research and having time to think, I agreed. He had told me that if at any point I wasn't comfortable, we could stop and close the relationship up again. One of the rules was we don't discuss with each other what we're doing or who we're going on dates with, etc. I signed up on a dating app. Within a few days, I had 500 plus likes and have been pretty steady since. So I started matching with people, texting, and arranging dates. On average, I go on 1 or 2 dates a month. There are also some people in similar dynamics of open relationships that I am going on dates with, sleeping with regularly. I quite like the fact that everything is non-committal. So even though I was skeptical at first, I am enjoying the open relationship. As decided from before, I hadn't told my boyfriend about any of this. I was at my boyfriend's house the other day, and my phone was on the kitchen counter. He saw my notifications and then proceeded to go through my phone and read messages, including going through the dating app and whatnot. To say he was angry was an understatement. Turns out, he opened the relationship up to take out on a date a younger colleague at his workplace who misread his idea of a date as just work lunch. He then openly told me that he wanted to see if it would work with her so he could ultimately leave me for her. However, she didn't want him, and it seems like no one else did either. In the last 6 months, he's had a few rough dates, but no one additionally to sleep with. I feel somewhat embarrassed for him. He demanded we instantly close the relationship up, and I told him that maybe we should just end things or at least take a break. He was outraged and called me names, but he was the one who wanted this dynamic, so what's the problem? I left, and as I walked home, I contemplated fully breaking it off with him. He's been blowing my phone up, and I'm not quite sure what to say. Am I the asshole?
No.
It's always like that because they have an ulterior motive. That's the only reason why they're opening it up.
No, man, I think that's safe to say that's karma. So, no, ma'am, you are not the
He
asshole.
thought he was the shiz, and then he tried it, realized he wasn't the shiz, but didn't know that the girlfriend was the shiz, and he's butthurt. basically.
That's like yeah. Have you guys seen the movie How to Be Single
No.
with Dakota Johnson and
Oh, I've seen a little bit of it. I haven't sat through the whole
Rebel
movie.
Wilson? That's her name. I was gonna call her Fat Amy. I'm so sorry. That's not her name. But yeah, no, that's what she does. Like Dakota Johnson in the movie, like she's with her boyfriend for like the longest time, and then she, I think, like tells him that like, I think we should break up because I've never really been single before. We've been together for so long now that I want to break up and I want to be single, and then I would just want to try it out, kind of thing. And he was just kind of like, well, I thought that we were going somewhere with this and stuff. And she's like, yeah, no, but I just want to try to be single first. I just want to be single. And so he was like, okay. So he let her go do whatever she wanted to go do. He did the same thing. He went and did his own thing. She comes back a few months later and she's like, okay, I'm done. And he's like, what? And she's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done being single. I'm ready. I'm ready to get back together and I'm ready to, start a life together. And he's like, I'm dating somebody else now. Like, I have a girlfriend now, and I'm pretty serious about her. Kind of thing. And she's like, but I'm done. I'm done being single. I wanna come back to boyfriend and girlfriend. Kind of thing. I'm just like, when I was watching that, I'm like, this is so freaking weird. I did not think that this was a thing.
It's a thing.
It is.
And I'm like, wow. But yeah, no. But that's what it reminded me of.
So this is just a boyfriend girlfriend thing, right?
Uh-huh.
But on Reddit, it's actually like a really popular topic because it's actually happens in marriages where like husbands would say that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But yeah,
I've seen some where it's the woman, but it's also because they have a motive like that too.
Like, I've seen, for some reason on my Instagram and TikTok, I've been getting a lot of like Jada Pinkett Smith and like a lot of her stuff that she's saying. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what in the world's going on? Because she would say like, oh yeah, that thing that happened at that award show, we weren't even together. We just didn't want the world to know, but technically, we weren't even together. So I don't know why he did it, kind of thing. And I'm just like, what? What is
I don't know.
what's going on? Why are you guys so like, I don't understand why people are like so hush hush about it. Like, if you don't want to be with me, just say you don't want to be with me. Simple as that. Instead of just
That story reminds me of another story from Smosh. Smosh, they talked about it, and I think also Two Hot Takes podcast, they also talked about it, where I think the wife, I think she was like battling like cancer for like the longest time, and then she finally was cancer free, and then she popped the idea to her husband that if she could have like a one night stand kind of thing. And he was like, why? Mind you, the husband was with her the whole time during the whole thing. He paid for everything. So before she popped that question, I think she just kind of, during the cancer thing, she was just like, I want to do a lot of things before, like, and if anything happens kind of thing. So he paid for like vacations. He paid for a lot of travel that they did for her. And then some reason she popped that question and basically said he had no say of what she does. He's not allowed to ask who it is, where they're gonna do it, and how it's like, how the experience is and whatnot. And so basically he has no say kind of thing. And he was just like, what do you mean kind of thing? And then I think he asked like his friend, like her friends about it. And they were like, no, they're like, oh no, you should let her do it. Like it's like, you never know. She never got to experience any of that stuff or whatever or whatnot. And then she ends up doing it. And then he ends up like catching her. Because I think he found out it was a coworker, like a guy coworker, and he's like, like her coworker, And so he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna like snoop to see like who this guy is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then he finally sees him. He's like not that great looking. And then they end up going to the hotel next to the bar, whatever they were at, with her coworkers. And then they do it. And then the next day, I think he like doesn't talk to her, and she tries to act like nothing, like everything's normal, and whatnot. And he's just like, no. And then her mom goes off on him, saying like why he's not responding to her, why and whatnot, and blah 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 blah. And he's just like, no, I just feel I don't know how to feel now because how she is.
Why can't people just be like, because she was basically asking for permission to, well, not even really asking for permission. She was forcing him to be in a situation to be okay with her cheating.
Yeah.
That's basically all it was.
So I'm gonna do this, and you have nothing. You have no say on this. Kind of. I'm gonna do it regardless of what you say.
Why are people so selfish? Like, why are you trying to, what's it called? Have him and eat your cake too, or whatever the saying is.
Eat your cake and have it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, I think because she was trying to pull like I was battling, like I was sick for all these years kind of thing. And you
remember we were talking about this? There's people who don't what is it? Turn a new leaf. They do that. They stay as poisonous as they do.
Yeah. Although he was there to support her and fund her for all the travels that they were doing while she was doing all that. But yeah, that was one Reddit. I probably have to like explain it to you or read it to y'all one day.
You see why I'm so quick to like, well, I'm done. Just get up and leave. I'm done. I'm out. We're done.
Well, the comments for this one is said, you should join the rest of the population in not dating him as well.
Yeah. I was like, I'm so mean to say it like this, but I'm like, it kind of starts to open your eyes a little bit. Like, if other girls don't want to date him, then
What's wrong with him?
Yeah, what's wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's kind of mean. Because I ask myself that question too a lot, so. To me. So it's all good.
Well, it says, sounds like you're out there killing it. Have you considered asking out his work colleague? And then the comments go, oh, this would be delicious. And said, y'all messy as hell. I can absolutely be a petty bitch. OP, please do this and report back. Please do. Oh, they said, this story seems fake. The part about the boyfriend admitting he wanted to leave her for some other girl seems a bit ridiculous. But to be honest, half the population is below an average intelligence.
Honestly, that sounds pretty accurate that some people would do that. So
Yeah, I was like, it actually sounds pretty real, sir.
They
ma'am,
think that
whoever
they're that good they can snatch a coworker, but in reality
No.
they're just like, no.
OP, this is a tale as old as time. One side wants to open up the relationship for one of two reasons. One, they are already cheating. Or two, they have someone they want to cheat with, and opening up the relationship will make it quote-unquote legal. Dump his ass.
I don't know, like, I've never, well, then again, I was always the youngest one in my workforce, and so I'm just kind of like, I've never liked somebody that bad to where I needed to go want to sleep with that person.
I don't know. Never say
Does that make
never,
sense?
though.
I know, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, 'cause sometimes I look at more, I hate to say it, I look at how you work. Does that make sense?
That's why like I'm
Like-
so confused when people like date within the work industry or like work, and I'm just like,
And they said don't shit where you eat.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why? I don't understand.
Like, this person has such bad work ethic. How is that attractive? Like, yeah, he has a pretty face, pretty body, but his work ethic is shit.
No, what if you met somebody that had a good work ethic
Uh-huh.
and a good face?
Well, I'm single, so sure. I guess. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. I'm just not gonna, like, fall into it like that, you know, so easily. But I don't know. I don't know.
Well, and then they also say, and then it always plays out the classic way too. 1, they can't have dates. 2, the other partner has dates whenever they want. He even admitted he keeps OP as a backup. That alone would be a reason for me to break up and enjoy being casual until I met the right person.
Yep.
I'm better than being someone's backup. If the dream doesn't work out, he still doesn't realize what he has and won't until he lost OP fully and irreversibly.
Yep.
And on top of that, the don't ask, don't tell part of this also made it clear he wasn't serious about doing the real emotional work that it takes to keep a happy, healthy, and strong relationship going while you are also sleeping with other people.
That's so disrespectful.
It is a tale as old as time over on the poly boards that dude asks to open shit because he wants to fuck a specific person, or gal thinks over what open poly whatever means and agrees. Dude makes it clear his ego can't handle hearing about hers with others, so make sure that the girl has to lie to cover up the fact that she might be with other people at times and can't be honest about what she does when not with him. Dude can't get laid, let alone even a date. Girl gets laid, taken on dates, etc. as often as she wants. Dude gets upset and can't get laid. Dude finds out how gal is getting laid. Dude gets upset that his gal is sleeping with others and tears her down, breaks up with her, acts like she's slutty. Gal is confused and she's getting yelled at and treated lesser for doing the things that he suggested in the first place. Hopefully gal breaks up with dude when she realizes equity was not a thing and he cared about at all. Getting his dick wet was more what this was all about in the first place. Moral of the story: opening your relationship for the right reasons with the right person in a healthy manner may work for some. None of that was done here, so of course shit didn't work out dude had planned. As you, OP, say, all dude wanted was to audition a new girlfriend and didn't expect it to be so easy for his gal to meet new dudes either. Fuck this guy. He's an emotionally immature liar that can't handle the repercussions of his actions or think through the potential consequences of things he might ask for. OP is way better off without him. He's totally the asshole here in every way. What a schmuck that dude is.
Yeah. To the streets.
Yeah, for real. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Dude, I was just eating popcorn the whole time you were reading that, and I really hope the mic did not pick it up.
It probably
If it
did.
did, I'm so sorry, because I kept the mic pretty far.
It's fine.
But, damn. I'm so sorry.
ASMR.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we can end on this one. I'm kind of curious. Am I the asshole for forcing my wife to eat? My wife, 28 female, and I, 29 male, has been married for over a year, together for 6. Over that time, I've gotten really concerned about her eating habits, and it's starting to cause some serious friction. She literally just doesn't seem to enjoy food at all. She says stuff like, I wish we didn't have to eat to survive and we could just choose if we wanted to go out to a fun restaurant. It would be like a hobby. She also just straight up tells me that she doesn't like food and she's never hungry. The biggest issue is that she'll only eat dinner because I'm home to make sure she does. During the day, she just forgets to eat or avoid it entirely, even at dinner. She's super particular about what she'll eat, and if I'm not home for dinner, she, again, will not eat. I've seen her hiding food in the trash can. She said that she ate. It'll be an excuse, like she had a few bites and got full, but I don't think she even took bites. Don't even get me started with her not eating breakfast. When I try to talk to her about it, she gets defensive. I brought up the possibility of an eating disorder, but she shuts it down immediately, saying she's fine because she weighs 140 pounds and is 5'5". The weight she says she is. It's gotten to the point where I feel like I have to force her to eat and it just turns into a fight. She gets mad at me and I feel like an asshole for causing these arguments, but I am just so worried about her health. I don't know what to do, and maybe I wouldn't be so worried if she wasn't on the treadmill for like 3 hours a day without fueling her body. It's not 3 hours constantly. It's just going to the basement several times to get on the treadmill. Should I keep forcing her to eat even though she's causing us to fight, or should I tell her, or should I let her do what she wants? She would go for days without eating if I didn't say anything. Edit to answer the question if anything has happened or changed. She was sexually assaulted by our drunken ex-friend at a party. That was about 6 or 7 months ago. He also he kept grabbing her butt and said she mentally blacked out, which is why she only walked away and didn't say anything to him. It happened 3 times total in that night. I sent him a nasty text and he admitted to knowing what he did. I reached out to other friends letting them know what happened and that we would no longer be around if he or his wife were invited, who was one of her close friends and never reached out, which is a horrible situation. I've tried asking if she wants to go to therapy. She said she's fine, so I don't know if that's contributing to this. Ever since dating, she's had a weird relationship with food, but it's definitely gotten worse over the last year. And I would say she is also not on any medication and refers to her mom as an almond mom. Oh, that explains it. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, and the comments go 3 hours a day on a treadmill plus hiding food equals eating disorder.
Yeah, I was like, that's an eating disorder, sir. But you can't really make somebody
Eat.
Eat,
You
because
can't
that would
make-
probably trigger something for her.
Well, I mean, not even that. You just can't make anybody do anything they don't want to do.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just honestly depending on how you want to move forward with this. Like, if you want to keep trying at it, then, you know, you just got to keep trying at it. But if you just have to know that you can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. And I think that's a heart-to-heart talk that you have to have with her. And be like, look, man, I really care for you. And I just want to know, kind of like how we had to have a heart-to-heart talk with, you know, our mom. You know, if that's what you want to do, then I'll help you. I'll help you. You know, if it's something that you don't want to do, then I'll help you there too. You know, or it can be like, if that's what you want to do, and I don't feel comfortable doing that anymore, then I think this is where we need to call it quits. Then.
The let me do this. Let's see what the other comments they say. Oh, I accidentally clicked on someone's really long comment.
You clicked on the third of the comment.
Yeah. Okay. 100% this. I worked years ago in adolescent medicine. She does not see herself the same way when she looks in the mirror as you see her. It sounds like she definitely has a disorder and needs professional help. You pushing her to eat will only damage your relationship. This is not an easy road. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of, I feel like it's going to be like a lot of patient, soft, gentle parenting. I hate to say it, but that's what it's going to basically be.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been on TikTok because they talk about almond moms. Do you know what that is?
They're like those, isn't it like Gigi and their mom, where they're like, they're very, this is bad for you, this is bad for you, this is bad for you. So therefore, they're like really restricted on what you eat.
Yeah, they restrict your food on what you eat. And the reason why they're called an almond mom is because, like, you can snack on an almond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes it'll be more of, oh, you're fat, so you can't eat this, you can't eat this, you can't eat this.
Yeah.
Kind of thing too. So it's very just body dysmorphia all around. It's the result of
This
it a lot.
this thing could probably be that she already has a history of an eating disorder. But then I think that probably the experience with that one friend sexually assaulting her as well. I think that probably magnified it 100 times, you know? So I hope that she gets help. Shoot. It's not fun.
Yeah, I don't think you're an asshole. I think you're just going at it a little too
Hardcore.
hard. Yeah, too hard. You have to really like gentle parent this person.
Also, and recognize that real professional help is needed. Like, you
Yes.
can't do it all by yourself. And ultimately, it's her. She has to want to. And if you decide to walk away because of that, that's okay. Don't feel responsible for that. Because if she herself doesn't think that she has a problem and that she doesn't want to go get help, then you can walk away. You really can. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, this was a really good stopping point here, actually, for this episode. So just want to thank everybody for listening. Leave a comment below if you're watching on YouTube or on Spotify. You can leave comments. But if you need help, seek professional therapy. If you are like struggling going through a eating disorder, so I guess we should probably put that as a disclaimer in the beginning. Eating disorders, but trigger warning. So, all right, well, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.